Good morning. I am Arunjeet Singh, barrister from New Zealand. Today I will share a policy of Immigration New Zealand with regards to entrepreneur residence visa. A businessman or a self-employed person who is living overseas and having self-employment or running his own business or working on a managerial position anywhere can apply for a work visa and then residence under entrepreneur residence visa conditions. The policy with regard to entrepreneur residence visa is that the minimum investment the applicant has to make is 100,000 New Zealand dollars. Apart from the capital investment of 100,000 New Zealand dollars, the applicant must have 120 points for applying under this category. So the basic requirement is minimum investment of 100,000 New Zealand dollars plus 120 points to be calculated on the basis of applicant's age, applicant's relevant or other self-employment experience, or applicant's the location where the applicant proposes to open or carry on the business in New Zealand, and the contribution to the country by way of keeping New Zealand residents or citizens as employees in the proposed business. So basically these are the few points which the applicant can claim. I repeat for the sake of brevity, you can note down the points can be claimed for relevant or other self-employment experience anywhere in the world, or managerial capacity position working in any occupation or in a business sector. Secondly, the number of employees the applicant will employ in his proposed business in New Zealand, that also qualifies for points. Then the age of the applicant also has points, and then the capital investment the applicant has to make would also qualify for points, and then the location of the business where the applicant proposes to carry on or run his business in New Zealand. And there are few bonus points for turnover of exports or unique business being brought to New Zealand. So these are the basic requirements for claiming points under entrepreneur residence visa conditions. The process goes that an applicant who claims 120 points and has capital or property of the value of New Zealand dollars of minimum $100,000 can apply with the Immigration New Zealand for the grant of a work visa. With the application form, a business plan has to be provided to the business migration branch to show that the proposed business will be economically beneficial to this country, and how the applicant will achieve the projections or the forecast shown in the business plan. That particular business plan will be assessed by the Immigration New Zealand over a period of 1 to 3 months. It could take a little bit more or less depending on the evidence and the volume of the documents supplied along with this application. And once the immigration has made its decision on the application, If they approve the application, they will grant a work visa under entrepreneur category for 12 months to the applicant, which would be a work visa as owner-operator in the business of the applicant itself. He can't work anywhere else under those visa conditions. And if the applicant has included his or her spouse in that application, she or he will get work visa for 12 months on open conditions. That means the applicant's spouse can work anywhere else if he or she likes to. But the visa applicant will get would be special category visa, which is called owner-operator work visa under entrepreneur category. Any dependent child would get student visa or visitor visa if the child is under 3 years of age. And once the child is eligible to study in New Zealand, he or she will study as a local domestic student. And for domestic students under the age of 17 years, the fees is just very nominal, particularly the donations given to the school. Sometimes it is $100, sometimes it is $120. So the applicants' dependent children will be considered as domestic students. Once the applicant is granted the work visa and he comes to New Zealand for 12 months, he will get sufficient time to start up the process of opening the business, particularly if he hasn't opened any company under New Zealand law. He is required to open a company. He can get his individual IRD number. He has to get a GST number if the applicant chooses to get his company registered under GST with the IRD. And he will try to enter into some agreements or lease deed with the people where he wants to start his business. And there are few other requirements which he has to do for starting up the business which he has proposed in his business plan. So once he completes that, and within 12 months of grant of that work visa, if he brings the proposed capital investment, the capital money from his home country, which he has proposed in the business plan, from the banking channels from overseas to his New Zealand bank account through telegraphic transfer or direct banking system, he will be granted another 24 months work visa as owner-operator. And his or her spouse will be on the same conditions as they were when the first visa was granted under the entrepreneur category. So within that period, 24 months, the applicant has to invest the funds as he or she has proposed in his business plan. And after the end of 3 years, he has to prove to the Immigration New Zealand that whatever he has proposed in his business plan 3 years ago, he has complied with all the requirements and the promises or proposals made in his business plan, in his business which he has run for over 3 years in New Zealand. Once the immigration is satisfied that the business plan has been fully complied with and all the requirements which are mentioned under the policy have been met, then the Immigration New Zealand will grant residence visa to the applicant and his or her full family, which were included at the initial stage of the work visa application. So in this manner, if the applicant is able to complete all the requirements which he has proposed in his business plan, and he has significantly contributed to the economy of this country, and he has paid all the taxes and the taxes of the employees, as well as other legal requirements which are obligatory upon the applicant under the entrepreneur category. Then the applicant can be granted permanent residency. After the grant of permanent residency, the applicant has to participate in the evaluation process as laid down by the Immigration New Zealand under the entrepreneur category. So this was the basic requirements for applying under the entrepreneur residence visa instructions of New Zealand immigration. I would like to make it clear that these are only general information. There are few more detailed particular aspects of the requirements which are to be met under this category, and those could be explained or advised by a lawyer or an immigration advisor in New Zealand who are competent to take up those entrepreneur or investment category visas. And this information is not a legal advice, it is just general information enabling the people who are overseas and are interested in applying under this residence visa instructions for investors. So I would request and I will advise anybody who is interested in knowing further about this category or other investment categories, they should either contact a licensed immigration advisor in New Zealand or an immigration lawyer or the Immigration New Zealand's contact center, which is in New Zealand available from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and their phone number for Auckland is 09-914-4100. I repeat, that's the immigration's contact center number, where the immigration officers would be able to give you advice or information about the entrepreneur category visas, and their phone number is 0064 if somebody is calling from overseas, 0064 914 4100. Or you can visit the official website of Immigration New Zealand, which is www.immigration.govt.nz, and if you go on the contact details, you can find out the branch offices and branches of the Immigration New Zealand all over the world. With this information, I say thank you to you for watching this video, and in the next video I will be giving some information regarding the investment categories which are above entrepreneur residence visa conditions. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.